Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to be talking about Git, and we're going to be talking about what fast forward means, because it's kind of a bit of a confusing name. So I'll show you how I think about it and show you two examples where it matters. But anyway, let's jump into it. Okay, so the TLDR of fast forward is it means that a branch can be updated to another branch without involving some sort of merge commit. Now, of course, that I think doesn't actually explain it all that well, so I'm going to draw you a diagram where I kind of explain what's going on here. Okay, so let us imagine that we have some sort of Git repository, and this is our mainline history, and you can imagine that history is going up in time. We'll draw a few commits on here so that we can imagine, this progressing in time, and let's say that we branched off from this point here, but we did not make any more commits. So we just, maybe cloned the repository at some point. Actually, that's probably a better example. Let's say that we clone the repository at this point in time. Let's use the text so that you can read, because my scribbles are not great. So let's say we cloned it at this point in time. And then afterwards, the upstream repository continued adding commits, but we still have this old version of master or whatever sitting in our repository. And we want to update to the latest version. So what you would typically do there is first you would run fetch to get the remote commits, and then you would merge the upstream. And there are two ways that Git can decide to merge. The first is what's called a fast forward merge. And a fast forward merge means that it just updates this tip along this main line to this commit here. So no merge commits happen at all. It just basically does a straight update here. And it can only do that if this commit that you're currently on is part of the linear history of the branch you're trying to update to. So this is essentially just update to latest commit. And then the other type of merge is a non-fast forward merge. And any non-fast forward merge, it will generate a merge commit. Generates a merge commit, and you can always do a non-fast forward merge, I guess, unless there's a merge conflict. You could generate a non-fast forward merge even from this branch here to here, and it will generate a merge commit for bringing in that history. Typically, I always use this first type, this fast forward merge, when I'm updating a branch to its latest version. So if I'm going from master and I want to just pull in the latest master, I'm going to go from one mainline commit of master to another mainline commit of master. I'm going to do a fast forward merge. Now, non-fast forward merges I typically only use when I'm integrating a branch into mainline, because I always want a merge commit to represent that merge event, unless I'm doing rebase squash or any of the other merge types. But if I'm doing merge-based workflows, I'm going to use a non-fast forward merge. And I'm going to show you examples of those now. Okay, so I'm going to clone. Oops, I thought I had a clone. Okay, yeah. I'm going to clone this repository, and we are going to pretend, for the sake of discussion, that this repository is a few commits out of date. So you can see that this is some commit from September. I ran git fetch to get the latest version. And you can see if I do git log -- decorate origin / master, we'll also do one line and graph so that it's a little bit easier to see. You'll see that this is the commit that represents what is on the remote repository. And if we look at this linear history here, I have a master branch that refers to a particularly old commit of that main line all the way back here. And if I want to update from this version to this latest version, I can do a fast forward merge. And if I do git merge origin / master, it's going to do this automatically for me. You can see that it says fast forward, and that is because it basically just did a straight update there. I usually like to force it to be fast forward only in case I've made a mistake and accidentally committed on the main branch. So let's put us back into the old state again. So what I usually like to do is use the -- ff only flag here, and this will be an error if it's not fast forwardable. So if we do this, you'll see it does the same thing that we did before. But if I had accidentally made a commit here, some commit, allow empty. I accidentally made a commit on master. This now diverges from the upstream master. And if I try and fast forward here, you'll see that it tells me that it's not possible to fast forward. Because in this diagram here, what we've essentially done is we have branched off from this clone here, and we have introduced another commit. And this commit, there's no straight line to get to here. You would have to generate a merge commit to get to there. And so that's why that's not allowed. Would need merge commit. So this would only be doable as a non-fast forward merge. And of course, if we remove ff only here, it's going to just merge this and not really ask us anything about this. But it is going to generate a merge commit, and that's why the editor has popped up and said, do you want to edit this? If I ever forget the ff only flag and I see this editor pop up, I usually just delete all the text and that'll cancel the merge. You can see here that empty commit message, not committing the merge, use get commit to complete the merge, and I don't want to complete the merge, so I'm just going to get merge abort and back out of it and start over. Okay, so that's pulling mainline. Let's talk about integrating a feature branch next. Let's just reset this back to origin master as if I had just cloned. And now I'm going to check out some branch and make some features on it. Get check out origin master -b feature and make some sort of change. This is of course an empty change, but you can see, that we have a commit here. Now if we go back to our diagram, this no longer looks like this here. It now looks like we have taken a new route from the tip of master and made a commit here. Now you'll notice if we were to update master from here to here, that is fast forwardable. There is a straight line that can go directly from this tip here to this tip. So it is possible to merge this feature branch in a fast forward fashion. So if we're on master and we did get merge feature, by default, it's going to attempt a fast forward merge. But if you look at the history now, there's no representation of this being on a branch. It looks like this commit was just made directly to master, which is probably not what you want. Or at least that's not what I would want, personally. So let's undo that. What I like to do is, even in this case where I'm integrating a feature branch that would be fast forward, I would rather it generate a merge commit for me to make a new master branch here. So this would now be the new main line, a new merge commit here. And that'll kind of represent, okay, I branched off, did some development, and then this was the point at which I integrated that. And in order to do that, you would use get merge no ff. So this prevents a fast forward merge. If we do this, you'll see it'll generate this merge message here, and then it'll merge this. And you'll see it's done by the recursive strategy. This actually changes name in the latest version of Git, so if you're following along, you will probably see a different message there. But now if we look at the log here, you can see we have a merge commit there. I also don't like that little message pop-up, so let me show you how to avoid that. Get back to this state again, and if we do merge no ff, you can do -- no edit, and this will just take the default merge commit message. You can see that we have it will just generate this message for you, which I think is a reasonable message. That's usually the one that I with. But anyway, that's fast forward versus non-fast forward, and the two cases where I really think about it. So I always do fast forward if I'm updating some sort of mainline branch, and I pretty much always use non-fast forward if I'm integrating a feature branch. Anyway, hopefully you found this useful. If there are additional things you'd like me to explain, leave a comment below or reach out to me on the various platforms. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.